Welcome back to Psych Inside, where we delve into the fascinating world of psychology. Today, we're diving into the intriguing realm of pheromones and their powerful influence on love. Here at Psych Inside, we're all about unearthing the mysteries of the human mind and behavior, and this time, we're setting our sights on the invisible world of pheromones. These tiny chemical messengers are often overlooked, but they play a significant role in our lives, especially when it comes to attraction and love. Ever wondered why you're drawn to someone without knowing why, or why certain people just seem to click? Well, it's not always about the perfect smile or the sparkling conversation. Sometimes, it's all about what you can't see, the pheromones. So buckle up as we dive into the mysterious world of pheromones. Get ready to discover how these silent players might just be the secret ingredient in the complex recipe of love. Pheromones, these invisible chemical messengers, are constantly at work, but what's the science behind them? Let's dive into the nitty-gritty. Pheromones are odorless compounds that our bodies secrete. They're like a secret language our bodies use to communicate with others around us. And the most fascinating part? We're often completely unaware of the messages we're sending and receiving. Pheromones are like the superheroes of the chemical world. They're so potent that even in minuscule amounts, they can have profound effects. They can influence our mood, making us feel happy, calm, or even anxious. But their superpowers don't stop there. They can also play a role in regulating fertility, signaling when a woman is most fertile, and even synchronizing menstrual cycles among women who spend a lot of time together. But it's in the realm of attraction where pheromones truly shine. These chemical messengers can signal genetic compatibility, amplifying our attraction to potential mates with different immune systems to ours. It's nature's way of ensuring that our offspring have a diverse set of genes, increasing their chances of survival. Now, you're probably thinking, wait a minute, if pheromones are odorless, how do we detect them? Well, that's where the vomeronasal organ, or VNO, enters the scene. This little-known organ located in the nose is thought to be our pheromone detector. The VNO sends signals to the brain, specifically the hypothalamus, which is responsible for our emotional and behavioral responses. So, to sum it up, pheromones are silent yet potent communicators that shape our interactions and relationships in ways we're only beginning to understand. They're like the unseen puppeteers, pulling the strings of our social lives, our mood, and even our love lives. Indeed, these silent communicators play a more significant role in our lives than we might think. Ever wondered why you're attracted to certain people and not others? Pheromones might just be the secret ingredient. You see, pheromones are chemical signals that our bodies give off naturally. These invisible messages are picked up subconsciously by others, influencing how they perceive and react to us. Let's talk about attraction. You know that feeling when you meet someone and there's an instant connection? That's more than just good conversation and shared interests. Our bodies are subconsciously picking up on pheromones, and these chemical signals can play a significant role in who we're drawn to. So how does this work? Well, it all comes down to our noses. Yes, you heard it right, our noses. Hidden within our nasal passages is something called the vomeronasal organ, or VNO. This little-known organ is like a super sleuth, picking up on pheromones that our conscious noses might miss. But let's not get carried away here. It's not like we're all walking around in a cloud of pheromones driving each other wild. It's a lot more subtle than that. Our bodies are finely tuned to pick up on these chemical signals, but it's just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to attraction. And it's not just about romance either. Studies have shown that our pheromones can influence many aspects of our social interactions, from friendship to teamwork, even to who we might consider trustworthy. One fascinating study even found that women who were exposed to men's pheromones during a speed dating event were more likely to express interest in seeing those men again. The women weren't aware of the pheromones, but their bodies picked up on these signals nevertheless. So, could pheromones be the unseen matchmaker in our love lives? Well, the science certainly suggests they play a part. But remember, it's not the whole story. After all, a good sense of humor and a kind heart still go a long way. Let's dig a little deeper. From attraction to affection, could our love lives be subtly swayed by these chemical couriers? This might seem like a plot from a science fiction novel, but the reality is far more intriguing. Let's delve deeper into the heart of the matter, or rather the chemistry of love. We're all familiar with the sensation of butterflies fluttering in our stomachs when we're around someone we're attracted to. But what if I told you that these feelings could be influenced by something as subtle as pheromones? Pheromones are these fascinating chemical substances that our bodies secrete to communicate with others on an unconscious level. They're like our body's secret language of love, whispering to potential partners, "Hey, I might be just the one you're looking for." But how do these pheromones play a role in forming romantic relationships? Well, research suggests that our brains might be wired to respond to these chemical signals in ways that influence our emotions, particularly those related to love and attraction. Take oxytocin, for example, often dubbed as the love hormone. Oxytocin is released by our brains during close physical contact and creates feelings of trust, bonding, and affection. Interestingly, studies have shown that oxytocin is linked to pheromones. So when we're close to someone, our bodies might be releasing pheromones that trigger the production of oxytocin in our brains, leading to those warm, fuzzy feelings of love. However, it's not all about the butterflies and rainbows. Pheromones also play a role in long-term relationships. Research indicates that couples who are in love have higher levels of oxytocin. This suggests that pheromones might not just spark the initial flames of attraction, but could also help keep the fire burning. So, the next time you feel yourself falling head over heels in love, remember, it might not just be their charming smile or witty banter that's got you hooked. It could be something as invisible and potent as pheromones working their subtle magic, drawing you in. In the game of love, it seems pheromones might be players we've overlooked. But before you go out buying pheromone perfumes in hopes of finding your soulmate, let's debunk some myths. Pheromones, they're like Mother Nature's little matchmakers, right? Well, not quite. The first myth we need to tackle is the belief that pheromones are the be-all and end-all of attraction. While it's true that pheromones can play a role in attraction, they're only one piece of a very complex puzzle. Things like shared interests, emotional compatibility, and yes, physical attraction, all play crucial roles too. Another common misconception is that humans can consciously detect pheromones. The truth is, our sense of smell isn't quite as powerful as some of our mammalian cousins. We don't consciously pick up on pheromones. Instead, this is a subtle, subconscious process. So, if you're sniffing around for love, you might be barking up the wrong tree. Now, let's talk about those pheromone-infused products that promise to make you irresistible. The reality is, there's little scientific evidence to support these claims. Pheromones are unique to each individual, like a biological fingerprint. A synthetic pheromone product won't necessarily replicate the complex chemical signals your body naturally produces. Plus, let's not forget the power of the placebo effect. If you believe that wearing a pheromone-infused perfume will make you more attractive, you might act more confidently, and thus seem more attractive to others. It's not the perfume doing the work, but your belief in it. Lastly, some believe that pheromones are the secret to everlasting love. While pheromones can spark initial attraction, maintaining a relationship requires more than just good chemistry. It takes communication, trust, respect, and a whole lot of patience. So, while pheromones are powerful, they're not magical love potions. Pheromones might give you a nudge in the right direction, but they won't do all the work for you. After all, love isn't a science, it's an art. Pheromones, the silent influencers of our social and love lives, are indeed fascinating. They're the unseen yet powerful players in the grand game of attraction and love. We've journeyed deep into the science behind these mysterious chemical messengers, uncovering how they ignite sparks of attraction and fan the flames of love. Yet, it's essential to remember that, while pheromones play a significant role, they're not the only actors on this stage. Love and attraction are complex dances, choreographed by a medley of factors, including personality, shared experiences, and emotional connection. Pheromones might provide the background music to this dance, but they don't lead the way. That's the beauty of the human experience, isn't it? It's a multi-layered, intricate tapestry, woven from countless threads. Pheromones are just one of these threads, albeit a fascinating one. That's it for today's dive into the world of pheromones. Don't forget to subscribe to Psych Inside for more fascinating insights into the human mind. See you next time!